part of what is going on here is like the clip from Star Wars after Anakin fights with Obi-Wan and he has a suit put on him. Now, the difference is in the response and the spirit of God versus what Star Wars is referring to as the dark side. Okay, so he comes, he goes, Vader, can you hear me? He says, yes. He says, yes, and he calls him the master and so on and so forth. Then he says, where is Padme? Is she safe? Is she all right? Okay, he's saying, where is his true love? So we look in society, he says, why didn't you raise my true love? Why isn't she there? Why isn't she expressing herself? Where is this idea? Why you're abusing all these women? What is the spectrum of women that you're abusing? Obviously, I don't approve of any of it, but this is important. This is in the midst of all my grievances and things that ache me, hurt my heart, and so on and so forth. Right? Her hurt and heart are connected. Heart and he art, H-E-A-R-T, he art. Okay. Martial and marital. And so my response, right, versus he turns and he goes, no, right? I had my no moments without turning to the dark side. Okay, but it goes back to, how do I express my anger? So I'm angry at them, and I'm like, hey, I'm calling them names and so on and so forth. You this, and this, right? Because of what's going on, they're not tending to the garden of God, right? The nation of Israel was the vineyard of the Lord, and Israel became the world, right? As the gospel was preached to the world, even people who aren't Christians are kind of like, what's going on here? And they find themselves in the garden. And the vines are the people of Judah, right? The people who are like Judah, right? These righteous, lion-hearted, kind of, very, brave. They took King David's side and so on and so forth, kind of, heartfelt people, okay? David, Solomon, Jesus, Judah, right? Why are these guys from Judah, right? Okay. Were the vines that God delighted in, okay? The parable of the vineyards, the wicked husbandman, right? Where is Juliet times 10, right? Where is the Virgin Mary times? Where is the ideal woman? Is she safe? Is she all right? So to them, it's almost like I'm Vader, because they know that I'm going to punch their ticket every moment for eternity. Because of this, right? Repent for the rape of On. Genesis 41:45. Asenath, the daughter of Potipharah, the high priest of On, was given to Joseph as a wife. Okay, in Proverbs, a prudent wife is from the Lord. A noble wife is from the Lord. A wife of noble character who can find. Okay, and part of what they've done by not making me famous is they hid her from me. Okay, as they see me explain myself. If I was famous, and I'm saying, where is she? They look and say, this guy's looking for this type of female. Those females, they say, I understand you, right? And I'm this type of female. So you start looking and say, no, I don't want these. You start explaining your problem. And it says, if she's out there, let me know. And I pay some kind of groups to kind of, or whatever it would take to find her. Okay. To go after the lost sheep. Okay. The angel. Whew. Monica song, Angel of Mine, right? You came into my life straight from above. Come from above. Now where is she? Okay, so what's been done, and there's all kinds of calls that subtly say we're abusing her in the porn industry. She's a stripper. So whether I think she exists or not, this possibility, right? The possibilities, the probabilities, the statistics. Francis Galton, who coined the term eugenics, was a statistician. They're like, what do you think is happening to her? Okay, it's like a song I made. I said, I felt like a man that dropped his knife. Now, obviously, that helped make sure that would never happen. Being held back by scum while they rape his wife. I felt like a man who had dropped his knife, right? So he's fighting these guys off, and he drops his knife or something, and somehow they run upon him, and they go there. Being held back by scum while they rape his wife. You know damn well I could go to the devil's garden and end him. And scream, now it is time. God has sent him. Remember, again, they changed my voice and so on and so forth. But that didn't sound that bad, but you get the point. You need to understand what's going on. to see why I'm right to be angry, where I'm right to vituperate, right? Be vindictive, righteous indignation, moral outrage. Where is she? Is a no. It becomes a lion's roar. Ah! Repent, among other things, for the rape of On. Outside the gates are the sexually immoral. How do people like me feel about the sexually immoral? And people raising daughters to be groomed to be evil. Okay, the garden of the Lord. And when he came for his share, they kicked him out and killed him. There's more than one reason that could be. Yeah, they're turning them all out. Instead, they're raising them to be escorts, to be whores, to prostitute themselves to erotic desire. Eros, Aphrodite, Cupid, Venus, Ishtar, Asherah, the queen of heaven, with cakes and burning incense. How should these people be treated for this? Repent for the rape of On, for those Asana-like women that you've made decrepit, evil people. For the Ethiopian women you've turned out. When I say to the world, and it has to be said, is you will pay for all those women you've turned out and abused. And eventually, you will see me at the right hand of God, judging each person according to his needs. Saying, how could you steal from God and me? Why? After I wanted to show you the beauty of God and what is hidden in the spiritual realm, in the world, and the universe. Why did you do this to me? Why did you do this to the children of God? Where is Padme, so to speak? And what shall be done with those dogs who are the ones who killed her, not me?